So let's talk about VHS 85, which is the latest in the anthology series. By the way, we are running a giveaway right now. So if you want to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is go like one of our recent posts on Instagram and follow us on Instagram and comment as well on any of them that you want to enter the giveaway. We already have a winner that is going to be announced tomorrow for the Fall of the House of Usher, and we are definitely excited to do another giveaway. So if you want to enter a giveaway for some movie swag, definitely go on Instagram and go follow us there. But let's get into VHS 85, which we think has some of the best practical effects we've seen in all of the anthology series for VHS. So this is directed by Gigi Saul Guerrero. You have also David Bruckner, Mike P. Nelson, Scott Derrickson, as well as Natasha Kermani. And I think that there is a lot to be said about every single segment here. You know, sometimes in VHS 85 we say that there are some on and off segments, like some are really, really good and some are okay. I never want to say that any of them are bad, but I really do think when it comes to VHS 85, there is a lot to love from all of these segments here. I really did enjoy Gigi Saul Guerrero's. I really did enjoy Natasha Kermani's. I think what Gigi Saul did with their short, including like Mexican heritage and some Mexican events that actually took place, and adding to that horror a little bit more was great. I think Natasha Kermani and her short Techno God and just the showcase of the effects as well that are at the very end of the film are just very impactful and just very much so in your face. And I really enjoyed how it slowly progressed into more and more madness with their short. We do have David Bruckner as well here, and I'm just gonna say it, get this man a sci-fi film stat. Mike P. Nelson did one where there was this like lake and these people going out, and I really enjoyed that story here. I think that's my favorite story from here because it left me with so many questions, and I was just very, very into the whole thing as we were progressing, and I was like, I need to see a full length of that. It gave me some Cabin Fever vibes, and I would definitely love to see a sort of like take on that. But Scott Derrickson and Robert C. Cargill's Dream Killer was just off the chain, honestly. Like incredible work here. I was scared watching this, like as it progressed and it progressed from the beginning, just thinking, my goodness, spine tingles all over, because the way that it's presented as this like serial killer and everything going around with this VHS recorder was just so creepy. It's unnerving. The music and everything, it just went so well. It gave me like the Black Phone vibes, but if Black Phone was like rated like R, a hard R, and just was so weird and creepy, honestly. So I really do applaud them for making sure that all of these shorts really went strong, and they all did went strong. They went together as well. I really loved the interlacing in between as well. It was always unsettling to see and sort of made you nervous as well about what was going to be shown really quick. But like I said, the practical effects, special effects, everything here was just great, on point. Like there were moments in this one where I really went like, oh, and I'm usually one that doesn't really flinch a lot, especially watching a lot of horror films. You know, you see a lot. I mean, we saw Terrifier last year, so I mean, that's like a bar right now I set myself for, is that Terrifier is that like bar. If a movie crosses that, that's something. And I don't know if I'll necessarily say that this film in itself past that bar, but it got pretty close to it, and it really did give me a little bit of a squeamish feel at points. So I really got to give it to Errol, the team out there, for doing something like that. But I will say that there are moments in all of the shorts, in my opinion, where I think that we got to a point where we were so high on the creep factor, and then the short continues, and you just go in this slow descent to the end. And some of them were able to pick it up and bring us back up, but some of them just stayed flat towards the end. And that's always the thing I feel with VHS, because they start off pretty strong for the most part, but for the endings and all of that, I feel like none of them really hit that big impact. And, you know, it might be just the choice of the filmmaker or the way they want to do the anthology, but it kind of falls flattish. Like I said, not all of them did that. Some of them did. But for the most part, when I think about all of them as an overall like anthology film, it works so well with all of them. And there is not one where I would say this one was bad or anything like that. I think it takes so much to make these even short films, and I would never say anything like that. I just feel like some points in the films, and I'll say that even about blockbusters and everything from established directors and all of that, they go on and on for a bit too long, and then you just lose interest. And that's something that does happen. It is so hard to give a good concrete ending. But I feel for the most part, as a whole, this movie works well. I think that everything about these stories was so well executed when it comes to the story and the idea of it all, but it was just those endings for me. But like I said, this is definitely one of the higher rated anthologies, in my opinion, when it comes to like thinking about anthology series. And I'm definitely excited to see where they want to go next with the VHS franchise. I mean, we already did 94, 99, 85. I don't know how farther back we could go for VHSs or what exactly they would do with them, especially considering the fact that we've already had a ton of other ones. Do we do DVDs now? Do we do Blu-rays, 4Ks? You know, I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, but I definitely do think that this VHS 85 is a good sort of bar for all of the rest to come, that we want them this good, if not better. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions on VHS 85. We gave VHS 85 a 3.5 out of 5. We love the effects, we love the stories, we love the executions. It's just some of them fell a little bit flat for me and didn't hit all the way at the end. But our favorite one is still Dream Killer from Scott Derrickson, just because of how creepy and unnerving the whole film was from beginning to end. And we are excited to see if Scott Derrickson would love to turn this into a feature. I think all of these could definitely be turned into some sort of feature, and I would be there to watch them if they do want to go ahead and go further with that. But let us know your thoughts and opinions. We are currently running a giveaway, so if you want to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is go subscribe to our Instagram. Well, follow us there and comment on any of the recent Instagram posts. That gets you an entry into the giveaway, which we will announce a winner during the Fall of the House of Usher review, which will be out later tonight. And we will announce a winner as well for our past giveaway on that. So make sure you're entering, and as always, that is going to do it for us. Make sure you are going to go and check us out on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all that good stuff. We are on the road to 31,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to that before October 31st, which was insane. It's a big undertaking, but I feel like if we put our minds to it, we could definitely get to that. So we'll see. We're going to go hard on the videos. We're going to try and get to that big goal right there and try to just make it all the way. So anyways, as always, that's going to do it for us. Let us know your thoughts and your opinion on everything we talked about VHS today, and if you enjoyed it or not. And as always, we'll see all of you next time. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and enter the giveaway, as well as TikTok, Twitter, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you all next time. As always, stay safe and stay positive.